Hey, Mad Dog here. I'll tell you what, have you read my bio? For 45 lovely years, I've been a grillologist. Radio, television, stage shows, in print, it doesn't make a difference. Lots of cookbooks. We've been Mad Dog and Merrill. We've been a team for 45 years. The last 16 years, I don't know if you've ever seen our television show, Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling, airs in 35 states, 160 markets. Got a little piano man, Fast Freddy on the keyboards. He's with us. I know grills inside and out. I've seen the evolution of the grill industry from the gas, the charcoal, the pellet grills to the flat top griddles. We're going to cook on them all here throughout our journey together. But here's what we want. And you hear the dogs in the background. It is the dog house. Let me tell you that. We love dogs. We love animals. And I wanted to be a little more one-on-one. So we're going to take off the collar. We're going to get unleashed. That's why Mad Dog Grilling Unleashed. We're going to get unleashed, and we're going to do a one-on-one seminars with you good folks out there. And if you get a chance, subscribe and like it and put the like button to it, and we do appreciate that. But for now, let's hang up that leash. Let's hang up the collar. Let's do a little barbecuing. We are in the dog house. We got the pellet grill going, and we got some great salmon for you today. Now, one of the vogue things that's happening lately, and you got to be up on things no matter how old you are, is anti-inflammatory meals. They're good for you. We'll talk a little bit more on that. So we're going to do some salmon, which is anti-inflammatory, has a lot of antioxidants in there and things like that. So we're going to start out with green tea. A lot of times I do a coffee rub, but green tea is an anti-inflammatory. Squeeze a little orange on there. We're going to do ginger, turmeric, and rosemary. And that's going to be the rub on the salmon. That's going to go on the pellet grill, nice 400 degrees. We'll get into that in a little bit. And then we're going to make a honey glaze for it. Honey's an anti-inflammatory. It's good for you. We're going to add a little lime in there, just a touch of black cherry barbecue sauce of ours, cayenne to spice it up, a little cardamom to give it a little sweetness to it. Cardamom is we'll get into that. It's called the queen of spices, the spice queen, and a little bit of cinnamon. So we'll get a glaze on there too. But enough rambling, enough talking about Mad Dog and Merrill. Let's talk about Mad Dog Grilling Unleashed. We'll be right back. All right, everybody ready to do a nice big old slab of salmon? How many folks have ever done salmon? Salmon is the most forgiving of all fish. Everybody asks, how do you do seafood on the grill? How do you do fish on the grill? It falls apart, it flakes. Get a nice big old slab of salmon. It's got those great rich omegas in there, those wonderful oils. So if you do have a tendency to overcook it, now salmon is done at about 145, 150 degrees. If you do overcook it, it doesn't make that much of a difference because you have all those great fats in there, those great omegas in there, if you will. It's also high in vitamin B12, vitamin D, protein, really extremely high. And it's also an anti-inflammatory. Now, anti-inflammatories are a hot item. People are cooking totally anti-inflammatory if they have issues like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, early signs of Alzheimer's that can help with, early signs of cancer, headaches, foggy headedness, anxiety. It can help you sleep a little bit and give you more energy. And who doesn't need that, shall we? And plus, if you have your joints and your swollen muscles from arthritis, anti-inflammatories are the cat's meow. It's the thing to have. So we're going to start out with salmon. As a rule with salmon, I'll do a coffee rub every time, and I'll put brown sugar on it. But it's not anti-inflammatory friendly. So I would have normally done a nice little coffee rub on top of there, and I would have slapped a little bit of salmon over the top, a little bit of brown sugar over the top. But instead, we're going to make a nice little sweet rub with orange, which is a nice little acid in there. All right, green tea, high in antioxidants, but it's also an anti-inflammatory. Green tea is good for you. So all we simply do, this is the easiest way I found to do it. You can find a whole green teas. You can get your coffee grinder and you can grind it up. Simply a little tear, you pour it in. That seriously is about 5 different bags of green tea. So we're going to take that green tea and we're going to add it into our little bowl. To that, we're going to make a rub. We're going to add some ginger. Ginger, we know, is an anti-inflammatory. Fresh ginger goes in my smoothie each and every morning, I'll guarantee you. Second thing that goes into my smoothie each and every morning is a turmeric. Turmeric is really, really good for you. It needs to build up in you, but it goes good. So turmeric in there, we have ginger in there, and we're going to do rosemary. Boy, I got all new fresh stuff for you good folks out there. Mad Dog's Grilling Unleashed. He gets nothing but the best for you good folks one-on-one. So we got rosemary in there. And that's going to be a simple little rub. and it's going to give us some nice flavor. We're going to sweeten it up with that glaze in just a little bit. So that's going to be our rub. We're going to take a nice sweet orange, and we're simply going to squeeze that acid over the top. I say acid because it's going to work into that meat product really nice. If we let it sit for about 5 minutes, you see it starting to bead white. It's actually cooking that meat product. And you never want to marinate seafood too long, especially shrimp, because shrimp will just cook all the way through. So nice little sweet orange over the top of that. Now, always, 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 unless you're cedar planking, which we'll get into cedar planking. I love planking. There's nothing you can't plank. You always leave the skin on the salmon. The majority of the omega-3s lie between the skin and the meat. So here we have it, nice little seasoned with a sweetness. And we're going to take our rub, and all we're simply going to do is sprinkle a little bit of flavor over the top. A lot of times I put brown sugar. We didn't use any brown sugar. That's just going to be our nice little rub. We're going to have that little honey lime glaze and ginger over the top of that. Now it's ready for the grill. Get a good shot of that. That rub is just gorgeous in there. The turmeric, the rosemary, the ginger. You'll never taste flavor like that ever in your life. That nice tea leaves in there, the green tea. That's all full of anti-inflammatories. Let's get it over to the grill. We're going to slap it skin side down. Let me just hang on to that. No right, no wrong. I got the pellet grill set for a high heat. We're actually doing 400 degrees today. And we're just going to put that right on the pellet grill. That's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes at the max to cook. Probably about 15 minutes. We're going to notice it to bead white on top, be firm. It's going to cook to about 145 degrees, but I got to put the hood down to get it cooked, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get started on that glaze, shall we? I mentioned a little bit earlier, it's called the Queen of Spice, the Queen of Spice. It's actually a member of the ginger family, and ginger is one of the highest in anti-inflammatories, high in antioxidants. So cardamom is actually a good one to use when we're talking about anti-inflammatories. Enough said. All right, honey glaze. That salmon is going to be just absolutely delicious. Natural honey at the Mad Dog House right here, the dog house. These good folks live right next door. They've got beehives. I've got a pond in the back, and they actually create the honey that we're using right now. Comes only about 20 yards away, so life is good. So that's really, really good stuff for you when you talk about anti-inflammatories. You talk about your health. We're gonna have a little bit of lime in there. You can use fresh limes. I'm just gonna squeeze a little lime in there. I wanted to use a lot of lime because I want to stir that up. Then we're going to use a little bit of, it's one of our Midwest grilling. It's our beautiful black cherry barbecue sauce. It really is delicious. It has a great flavor of black cherry in there. It's 20% concentrate of a black cherry soda from good friends up in Shawnee, Wisconsin. You ever been to the Sundrop Museum up there? Great place to go. They have a family, the Hartwig family. They got the Twigs beverages. So when you go through the tour, you get a tasting room and you get to taste the black cherry barbecue sauce. And they got it for sale up there too, by the way. A little bit of cayenne pepper. I'm going to close that end up and use the small end. I don't want to overdo us, but I want some nice little bite with that sweetness in there. Now the cardamom is actually a very, very sweetness to it. So we're going to add some cardamom in there to go along with that honey and cinnamon. I don't have much left in there, but we're going to go for it all. And get a little stirring action going. Get that into a glaze form, if you will. Got the honey, we got the lime, we got that black cherry barbecue sauce. It's going to be good. That black cherry barbecue sauce just by itself would be delicious, but then we wouldn't have an anti-inflammatory meal, would we? And I'll say it again. For you folks that have never done it, and if you got some issues going on, give it a shot for a while. You'll be surprised. I know a lot of folks that are doing it nowadays for medical purposes. So let's get that glaze going on that beautiful salmon, shall we? Oh, take a little look. Take a little look. In that beautiful sunlight, can you see the beading of white? Okay, so firm to the touch. I know that part's done perfectly. That's got to be 145, 150. And even in that thick spot, I got about 7 more, 4 more, 5 more minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't want to get the meat thermometer out. I know salmon pretty good. It's getting pretty firm. So let's do a little glaze. But that's how you want it. That's the natural juices. That's the protein of the meat cooking and being pushed to the top. Now it's going to be hard to see in that light back here, but I'm going to get some more glaze going back there. We'll show you when we take that off. And I'll show you a little trick how to take salmon off the grill in about 5 minutes or so. One more little brush down here. Oh, dang, that's going to be good. All right, let's put that hood down. It's got about 5 more minutes to cook. All right, the table's all cleaned out. The eating board is in place. I'm ready for some great salmon. How about you folks? I'll show you a little trick on how to take it off the grill right now. All right, let's take a gander. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, here's the tail end. I flipped it around just for you folks because I got to have the tail end towards me and just work between the skin and the meat. And I'll tell you what. Oh, come on, man, dog. You haven't lost your touch yet after all these years, have you? And the skin's left on the grill, and I got pure meat. You want it firm to the touch, just absolutely. Look at the juices pile out of there. It's absolutely gorgeous, but as I said, the proof's in the pudding. We'll take a little piece right here. Let's just take a little bit. All right, look at that. Oh my God, that's absolutely gorgeous. Some of the best meat you can possibly have is that salmon, but the proof is in the pudding. Flaky, nice, moist, juicy. Green tea, I've never had it. We'll give it a shot. Oh man, that honey glaze, the flavor, the rosemary. Honest to goodness, I've had a lot of salmon. I've cooked a lot of salmon. I've smoked salmon before. Absolutely delicious, healthy for you. I'll tell you what, if you like this show, could you do me a favor, please? We got a new show out there. If you have some comments, put them down below, comments. But please do one thing. Would you like and subscribe to this channel? I really do appreciate it, won't you? We got a lot of great things coming your way. A lot of great journeys to be had. Good recipes, good grilling. Peace, love, and happy grilling, folks. Delish. I gotta have more.